evening and welcome to the Centurion. Tonight we're going to journey back in time to the splendor of the ancient Roman Empire. Justice Antonio, the son of a Roman senator, has won the favor of Caesar by defeating the most honored gladiators in all of Rome. Being a man of unusual character and discipline, Justice rejects the life of luxury that's so often chosen by most senators' sons. Rather, he chooses the life of a soldier. Along with his young wife and son, he is stationed far to the east of Rome as a centurion. Justice and his family soon discover that life is not always pleasant for a Roman soldier living among a conquered people.
Justice, I don't think I can endure this wretched place. We have not been in Jerusalem 1 hour before a group of Jewish boys began throwing rocks at my little Julius. I fear for his safety.
What do you think, Julius?
Don't worry about me, Father. Those rocks didn't hurt me as half as they hurt Mother. Besides, I'm old enough to defend myself.
You'll make a great soldier, Julius.
If he lives that long, why can't my son stay at home and be a peaceful youth?
Because, Helena, men were not made to be clinging to their mother's skirts in the kitchen. A boy needs a good fight now and then.
Especially if he's going to be a centurion like you, Father.
That's right, Julius. Now don't worry, Helena. We'll be all right. Julius is going to be all right. We're all going to need to do a little adjusting to our new lives here in Jerusalem. By the way, after we've rested from our long journey, we're going to take our first vacation.
Really? Where are we going?
Have I ever told you about a wealthy man named Marcellus who used to work for my father in Rome?
I think so. Isn't he the one that taught you how to use a sword?
Yes, in fact, he gave me my first sword. He's now attending to the affairs of Rome in a small town located in Galilee.
Are we going to visit Marcellus, Father?
Yes, Pilate is sending me there to gather information on certain Jews.
Do you think Marcellus will be brave enough to play gladiators with me?
If I remember correctly, he has a son about your age. He'll be happy to match swords with you.
Sir, there's a little man at the gate who wishes to speak with you.
Well, what does he want?
He says he has some business to discuss with the new commanding centurion.
Very well. Send him in.
Thank you for seeing me, Centurion.
You're most welcome, sir. Now, what business brings you here?
In the past, I have supplied all the Roman armies in Jerusalem with the finest tents.
Then you shall continue to do so if you do good work.
My father makes the finest tents in the Roman Empire.
Well, if so, you have nothing to fear. You shall have my business as well. Good day, sir.
Centurion, there is one more matter I wish to discuss with you.
Yes?
This morning, one of my men was found cheating the Roman government by charging too much for some tents. The man has been punished, and I wish to restore to the Roman government 4 times the amount they have been overcharged.
Do you realize I can have you beaten and imprisoned for defrauding the Roman Empire?
I do.
Then why do you risk so much to restore so little?
Centurion, a good conscience is worth far more to me than a healthy body.
I shall not forget this. By the way, are you a Jew?
Yes, I am. I am a Pharisee from the tribe of Benjamin. I am also a Roman citizen.
Are you familiar with a man named Jesus who's supposed to be able to perform miracles?
The man you speak of is a dirty peasant from Nazareth named Jesus. His clever tricks have deceived many, but not one educated Jew has been fooled. The elders of the temple are doing all they can to expose this impostor.
Thank you for that information, sir. By the way, what is your name?
My name is Saul, Saul of Tarsus.
This little Jew had made an impression on Justice that would be remembered for years to come. Several days later, Justice and his family left Jerusalem bound for the small town of Capernaum, located in Galilee. Helena was relieved to get out of Jerusalem, and Justice was eager to see his dear friend, Marcellus.
The years have been kind to you, Marcellus. You haven't aged a bit in 10 years.
Thank you, my old friend. But you have certainly changed since I first taught you how to use a sword. and your son looks just like his grandfather.
But I don't have wrinkles. Do I, Father?
No, Julius, at least not yet. By the way, Marcellus, where is your son? Julius has been looking forward to meeting him.
I believe the last time I saw Stephanos, he was battling one of the meaner-looking statues in the gardens. I believe he could use some help. Why don't you see if you can find him, Julius?
May I, Father?
Yes, you may go, son. But don't kill any more statues. That's the way you ruined your last sword, remember?
Yes, Father.
By the way, Justice, how has the military life been to you? Is the son of the Senate President content with the life of a centurion?
I am quite content for the present.
Then tell me, what important military business brings you to little Capernaum?
I've been sent to Galilee by Pilate to gather information on certain Jews organizing a rebellion against Roman authority.
Is this Jesus?
Are you aware of a man named Jesus?
Yes. I do not wish to discuss this matter at this time, though. My son has just recovered from a serious illness, and my good friend from Rome has come for a visit. I do not wish to discuss such weighty matters. God has been so good to me.
During the coming weeks, Justus traveled throughout Galilee, gathering all the information he could about Jesus. After about a month, Justus returned to Capernaum to meet with Helena and to discuss his findings with Marcellus. Julius and Stephanos spent most of their time playing soldiers by the Sea of Galilee.
So, where are those two great soldiers of ours battling today?
They took a break from war to go fishing. One of the local fishermen offered to take them out on his boat. So I got them up before sunrise, made them both lunches. I'm certain we will see them again when they get hungry. By the way, what have you found out about Jesus?
Well, it's been difficult to find any Hebrews who are willing to talk, but I have seen him speak on 2 occasions.
And does he impress you as a dangerous rebel that seeks to overthrow Rome?
No, I heard not a word about Rome. Rather, Jesus spoke of a place in the heavens where he and his Father live. He also spoke of a place called hell that burned with eternal fire. It just confused me. I expected to find a violent man whose words were cruel and bitter, but Jesus is a man of peace and kindness.
Did you ever get close enough to speak with Jesus?
No, the crowds were always too great. But I did watch from a distance as he performed some of his so-called miracles. Has anybody been able to discover the secrets of Jesus' tricks?
He has no tricks!
Marcellus, surely you don't believe this man can do the impossible?
Justice, just 10 days before you arrived at my household, I was certain that my son was going to die. Every doctor in Galilee examined him, and they all said the same thing, that Stephanos would be dead within a week. I heard that Jesus was in Cana of Galilee. My son's health was failing. I was desperate. When I finally found Jesus, he calmly talked to me and told me to go home, that my son was better. As I arrived at my house, the servants came out and told me that Stephanos was completely healed. The fever had left him at the exact time I spoke with Jesus.
Well, what did the doctors say?
They had no explanation.
Surely there must be some explanation as to what happened.
Father, I saw him, and there were 5,000 men all around him, and he took my...
Whoa, settle down now, Julius. Now, tell me, what's all the excitement about?
Late this morning, me and my friend... Late this morning, we saw thousands of people on a hillside, so we went ashore to see what was happening. After we pushed our way through the crowd, we saw a man speaking and healing people. Then this wonderful man asked if he could have my lunch. Well, I didn't know what to say, so I gave it to him. Then he broke it and gave it to everybody. Father, my little lunch fed all those people. In fact, there were 12 baskets of food left over. Look, Father.
Marcellus, I have much to report to Pilate, not of rebellion, but of mystery.
After several more weeks of investigation, justice discovered that Jesus was making his way south to Jerusalem. Justice and his family followed, hoping to learn more. When they finally arrived in Jerusalem, Justice went directly to Pilate, but Pilate didn't seem to be interested in his findings. The narrow streets of Jerusalem were swarming with throngs of visitors. It was the time of the Passover, and everyone was talking about Jesus. Many were saying that he was the Messiah. Then suddenly, it seemed as though the whole city turned against Jesus. Caiaphas and the chief priest delivered Jesus to be tried for inciting the people to rebellion. Pilate brought Jesus before the angry throng and tried to reason with them. But the bloodthirsty crowd, led by Caiaphas, would not listen. Pilate finally gave in to their cries and ordered several soldiers to scourge Jesus. He then retreated into the palace.
Well, Pilate, are you going to crucify an innocent man?
No, centurion. You are.
I'll have no part of it.
Do my ears deceive me, or did I just hear a Roman soldier refuse to obey his superior? What will Caesar say?
I'll write a report that'll explain everything.
And whom do you think Caesar will believe? A report signed by Herod and myself, or a report signed by a lowly centurion?
Spoken like a true puppet of Caiaphas.
Be careful, centurion! It would be better for you to kill an innocent man than to disobey an order. You wanted to prove yourself, now you have the chance.
To Calvary go. Sinner, oh sinner, receive this gift today. For 'tis only by his blood sins are washed away.
Justice. A wealthy Jew has asked for the body of Jesus for burial. Is he dead already?
Yes,
Why did he die so soon?
I can't explain it. As he hung there, he seemed to be bearing far greater burdens than the pain of the cross. And then the darkness came, the thick, heavy darkness. So ordered the torches to be lit. And as I turned and looked back up at Jesus, he was staring at me, and he whispered, "Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do." I felt like the vilest, most wretched man that ever lived. And in about the 9th hour, he cried out, "Father, into thy hands I commend my spirit." And he was dead. It just didn't seem like I was killing him. It seemed more like he was giving his life. And then the earth shook all around me, and then the rocks around my feet split open. Truly, this was the Son of God.
Don't be foolish. This has been a difficult day for all of us. Are you certain that he was dead?
Yes, quite certain. I thrust my spear into his side, so there was no question.
Pilate, the Sanhedrin requests that we place guards at the tomb of Jesus immediately.
Is it not enough that you have killed him?
This deceiver said that on the 3rd day he would rise again. His fanatical followers may try to steal the body of Jesus and spread the rumor that he's risen. If this were to happen, the last deceit would be greater than the first.
Very well. You shall have your guard. Justice, go make sure that the tomb is secure. The stone is to be sealed and...
No, please! I killed him! I cannot...
Centurion! Control yourself! Caiaphas, the guards will report directly to you. You have ruined his life. Now you shall guard his body.
His blood be on us and our children.
Something Caiaphas had said haunted Justus. Jesus had prophesied that he would rise from the dead. Of course, that was absurd, but still, the thought terrified him to the very depth of his soul. If Jesus were God, and if he did rise from the dead, what would Jesus do to the man who had crucified him?
No, I see him, those eyes. He's coming for me. Please, I don't want to crucify you, Jesus. No, please.
Justice! Wake up, Justice!
Helena, I'm sorry.
Justice, we can't go on like this. You haven't eaten or slept for 3 days.
Father, are you all right?
Yes, son, there's nothing to fear.
The head servant says he wants to speak with you.
Tell him I'll see him at a later hour.
He says it's urgent, Father.
Titius, what are you doing here? Where are the other men? Who's gone in the tomb?
No one, sir.
Where are the other men?
They all reported to Caiaphas, sir.
And so should you. You're responsible to him, not me.
But I thought you would want to know what happened.
Has something gone wrong?
Yes, the tomb, it's empty.
What?
Early this morning while I was on duty, the earth began to shake violently. And then I saw a great light in the sky, which I thought was lightning, but it turned out to be a shining figure whose garment was as white as snow. With ease he rolled that great stone away, and I fell to the ground trembling.
You've gone mad, Titius.
But the other soldiers saw the same thing, sir.
Then you've all gone mad. You expect me to believe that some strange ghost stole the body of Jesus?
No, sir.
Now, Titius, tell me truthfully, who took the body?
When the stone was rolled away, the body was already gone.